Sally that girl in the kitchen. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sally that girl in the kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to make another challah, but this is a very unexpected savory challah. It is my truffle, olive oil, and sea salt challah. If you're a truffle fan, you are going to absolutely love this challah. It fills the house with the aroma of truffles. It is so delicious and so unexpected. You really have to try it. So let's not wait another second. Let's get started. For today's recipe, you will need 2 3/4 cups bread or all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 cup of sugar plus another 1 1/2 teaspoon separate, 1 cup of warm water, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast, and 2 3/4 tablespoons of vegetable oil plus another 1 tablespoon separate. You will also need 1 tablespoon of Sabatino Tartufi truffle zest seasoning, 2 tablespoons of your favorite extra virgin olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of coarse sea salt. And for the egg wash that we're going to be using right before we put the challah in to bake, we are going to need 1 beaten egg that we will add just a touch of water to. You will also need a large bowl with either a lid or some plastic wrap, a whisk, a dough whisk or a large fork, a rolling pin, some wet measuring cups, some dry measuring cups, some measuring spoons, a basting brush, a spoon, and some parchment paper and a baking sheet. So now that we've gotten all of our ingredients and our tools together, let's get started on making our dough for our delicious truffle, olive oil, and sea salt challah. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add our flour to our bowl. We're going to make a well in the center, and around it we're going to add our sugar and our salt. Then we are going to take our water that we warmed up in the microwave, and we're going to add to it our yeast and the sugar that we left separate. Then we're going to use a fork to mix our ingredients together. Then we're going to let our mixture sit for 5 minutes to activate. Then, once our yeast is ready, we are going to grab our bowl with our dry ingredients, and we will take our yeast mixture and we will pour it into the well at the center. Then, with the use of a dough whisk or a large fork, mix your ingredients together to form a dough. Once your dough is starting to come together, grab your oil and pour it in. Continue to mix until the oil is well absorbed into your dough. Now, using your hands, make sure all the mixture has come together. Now, right in the bowl, you will start the kneading process. Continue to knead the dough for a full 10 minutes until you form a nice cohesive ball of dough. Once you do, grab your tablespoon of oil and pour it over to coat the dough all around. Then, if your bowl has a lid, put it on. If it doesn't, don't worry. Use plastic wrap to tightly cover your bowl. Next, you're going to place your bowl in a warm, draft-free spot. I like to use my oven turned off. Set a 2-hour timer to let your dough rise. Don't forget to put up a reminder to yourself and to everyone else not to use the oven as your dough is in there rising. While your dough is rising, let's get started on making our truffle filling. Grab your Sabatino Tartufi truffle zest and add 1 tablespoon to a bowl. Then grab your extra virgin olive oil and measure out 2 tablespoons and pour them right on top of your truffle zest seasoning. Now grab your coarse sea salt and measure out 1 teaspoon and pour it in. Now grab a spoon and mix the ingredients together until they are well combined. Now grab some plastic wrap and cover your bowl and set it aside until your challah dough is ready to be worked on. So now that 2 hours have passed and your challah dough has risen beautifully, let's start working on shaping our challah. Uncover your bowl and punch down your challah dough 4 or 5 times to release the gases. Now using a spoon, sprinkle just a little bit of flour onto your work surface, turn your bowl over, and let the challah dough release itself. Now using a dough scraper or a knife, portion your dough into as many parts as you'd like. I'm portioning my dough out into 6 parts as I'm going to be making a 6-strand challah braid. Then take those portions and roll them into balls. Then using some plastic wrap, cover your dough so that it doesn't dry out. Now using your rolling pin, one by one, roll each of your dough balls out into the shape shown. Now grab your bowl with your truffle mixture and using a spoon, divide the mixture up amongst your pieces of dough. Then, using the back of a spoon, spread the mixture out evenly over your dough. Now, one by one, you are going to create ropes out of each of your pieces of dough. Gently use your fingers to roll the dough over itself and create a strand that you will then use to make a braid. Repeat the process for as many pieces of dough as you have portioned. Then bring all of your strands together and pinch them together at the top. In this example, I am making a 6-strand braid, but you can make whatever braid you are comfortable with. Now grab a baking tray, line it with parchment paper, and spray it with nonstick spray. Then place your challah on it and cover it with plastic wrap to let it rise for a full 45 minutes. About 10 minutes before your 45-minute timer is set to go off, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So now that the 45 minutes have passed and your oven is warm and ready, uncover your challah and you are going to give it an egg wash with the egg that you have beaten and added just a touch of water to. Make sure to cover your challah really well in the egg wash as it will help in giving it a golden brown color. Now grab your Sabatino Tartufi truffle zest seasoning and give your challah a light sprinkling of it. Then grab your coarse sea salt and do the same. Place your challah on a center rack in your oven and set a 15-minute timer. After the first 15 minutes, you are to pull your challah out and turn it around. Then set another 15-minute timer and let your challah finish baking. Now carefully and with the use of oven mitts, pull your hot challah out of the oven. Then, very carefully, using your parchment paper, pull your challah onto your cooling rack, and then once again pull the parchment paper from under your challah. Now, leave it on your cooling rack and let it cool. Once you've let your challah cool down a bit, it is ready to be enjoyed. It smells absolutely incredible. The smell of truffle is something like nothing else. It is absolutely delicious, and if you are a truffle fan, you will so enjoy this challah. But not only does it smell and taste incredible, it looks absolutely beautiful, filled with those incredible swirls of truffle on the inside. So good and very unexpected. So how incredible does that look? It is absolutely amazing. I only wish you could smell it. It is incredible. It just fills the house with this incredible aroma of truffle. It is so, so good. Trust me. No, better yet, don't trust me. You're gonna have to try this recipe yourself. If you enjoyed today's recipe, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And of course, remember to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on a single amazing recipe that I have planned for you. See you next time. Sally that girl.